wrong screen. My mic is on. Cool.
Here it is. The season's on the line. Two receivers left and right. McCown takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown!
Hey, welcome to the Bush League Sports Show. We are the best B-rated sports show, live every Monday night on Facebook and now YouTube TV. I'm here with my man Pepper, Stat Guy, and Produce. As you can see, Case is gone today. He forgot that he was going to New York City. You know, we always forget that.
Common thing I forget about.
Every time I go to New York City, I forget that I'm going to New York City. Classic.
That's the most New York City thing anybody could do.
Yeah. He forgot that in a New York hot minute. All right. Moving on from that.
Do you think he was late to New York?
Probably. Don't worry, the plane will wait.
The plane will wait, just like the show does every Monday night on Facebook Live.
He hasn't even started watching yet. He said he was going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
Shocker. He's late. He's late to watching the show. Huh.
And I don't know if you guys noticed watching, but we're less late this time because Case isn't here.
Still late. We didn't want to mess the mojo up.
Oh, yeah.
But just less late.
Yeah, we are less late than the late that we normally are. Yeah,
Which is pretty late.
Yeah, we are on time at 8:45 every time except for the times that we're not, which is every time. Hey,
I mean, has it ever been on time?
I think we were on one time at 8:45, and it was like one of our worst shows. So maybe being on time.
Week.
Yeah. So being on time is like the worst thing for us. Yeah, it's really weird. Anyway, hey, let's get the rundown.
Hey, I'm gonna do the rundown.
Hey, Produce, why don't you do the rundown?
How about we do a quick rundown on the stash, huh?
Yeah,
Also, Blake's beardless face.
Well,
Can we get a zoom in on that?
No.
Okay, cool. I was just curious.
I'm not going to take the time to try to do that right now.
Hey,
I've got to do the
Somebody's got to
give us the rundown.
rundown.
Already.
All right, so we're doing a Super Bowl preview because it's coming up. We're also going to be talking about the 2019 Pro Bowl. We've got some drama with the Steelers. And then we're also talking about MLB free agency again. Whit Merrifield is going to the Royals. Adam Oda is going to the Yankees.
Sound it out.
Odavino. And
you did that easy.
I'm about to say, as hard as you made that sound, that second time was easy.
after I thought about it, I got it. And then MLB might be introducing pitch clocks. And then we're also talking about Anthony Davis and the Golden State Warriors. And we're also talking about golf for some reason. And
Sorry, guys.
Tiger Woods, because that's the only golfer anybody ever knows that means anything. So there we go.
That's
Yeah.
the most true statement we've ever said. Yeah.
You're
All right,
not wrong.
let's get right into it. So we kind of talked about it last week, but obviously we've got the Patriots and the Rams in the Super Bowl this Sunday. There's a lot of talk back and forth between the teams, which is kind of fun.
I feel like we should do a prediction on how bad the ratings are going to be this year. I feel like they're going to be terrible because nobody's going to watch this. Nobody's going to want to watch this game.
Well, it's either going to be bad because nobody wants to watch it, or it's going to be high because everybody wants the Patriots to lose. Because there would be nothing greater than watching the Patriots lose 2 years in a row. I don't see that happening. I can't bet against Belichick and Brady losing 2 years in a row. This is the third in a row they've gone. And to lose 2 in a row, it's just highly unlikely.
And the Rams team, I say it again, the Rams team at the end of the year was not good. They showed up in the playoffs.
Yeah. They only have to show up for one game.
They looked good against Dallas, but not great. And like if that same team plays that played Dallas, they will not win.
Yeah.
Because the fact that we scored that many points on that defense, like the Patriots offense is way better than Dallas. So
No. What makes you say
I mean,
that?
we've got one of the best head coaches in the game.
Okay.
High powered
All right.
offense.
Too far. Too far. What we're not going to do on the show is lie to the people.
I think that was
Only
sarcasm.
sometimes, but not when it comes to Dallas Cowboys football. We will never lie to you about how bad they are.
I mean, just look at the Pro Bowl.
Okay, yeah, we'll bring up the offense again in the Pro Bowl because that was atrocious. Hey, it looks like our fearless leader is finally watching.
Finally.
Wow,
Gosh,
hi,
it's
Case.
about time.
I know we're 6 minutes in, and
Yeah, which is normally when we start. So,
So
it's
it makes
it is our
sense.
fault.
He's on time. You wanna-
Kevin Lasberg is also watching. That's exciting.
Sup, Lasberg? Hey, so do we want to go around and give some predictions on score and see how bad we are, and show the people how little we know
we've got
about
to clip,
how much we know?
We've got to clip this and play it next week after the game.
Yeah, deal. All right, Pepper, let's start with you
Do I have to do a score because that's really specific?
if you want to.
I mean,
Oh, you got to do a score. It's mandatory.
Nope. Okay.
I just made it mandatory.
I'll do 31-21.
Bold. Who's winning?
Pats. I mean,
Sorry for questioning that.
come on.
Come on.
I'm sorry. The Cowboys are going to win.
Cowboys are winning.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, they are winners.
Big time winners. More claps, the more wins. I'm gonna go 42
Oh,
Whoa.
to 34.
42.
Patriots winning.
Okay. All right. Produce.
Nope.
All right. He's, I guess he's out. He's
I'm
out
doing
of here.
Instagram.
He's doing.
Well, do you want to give us a prediction before you go to Insta?
No.
11
All right.
11 to 3.
Case, you want to give us your prediction on the text thread? You can just type that in there, and I
No,
guess we'll
don't do it in the text. Do it in the chat.
in the chat. Yeah. Don't cut that chatter. I'm going to go with 35-31 Patriots.
Really? You think it'd be that close?
I'm hoping for a high-scoring game. Otherwise, this is going to be boring.
Boring.
So I would rather have a shootout than a defensive game. And the Patriots don't have a great defense.
No, they don't. I was going
The
to say
Rams actually do.
when they show up.
Their front four is phenomenal, but
But they've been exposed plenty of times before.
they have.
And being exposed is not nice.
You have
That's
experience with
not
that?
how you win.
I don't.
Okay.
I just heard it on the internet once.
Oh, then it must be true. Everything you hear on there is very true. There was a tweet that I sent to all of you guys. There was an interview with the Rams defensive coordinator who was the former head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Wade Phillips, and someone asked
4
him about
years.
his game plan against the Patriots, and he said that he was just going to wear an earpiece and listen to what Tony Romo was saying. That's actually brilliant.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, except it's a little delayed.
It is a little delayed. You're going to have to be quick on the audibles on defense.
Just give each player their own headpiece.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm most excited about for the Super Bowl is getting to listen to Tony Romo talk the entire night.
Yeah, and I feel like it hasn't always been on CBS, has it?
No, they
Little
rotate.
suspect.
They rotate networks, so it's going to be on NBC, CBS, Fox, and ABC.
Yeah, I feel like we've had terrible announcers the last couple of years.
Well, last
which
year was
is
Chris Collinsworth.
why the
The
show exists.
Yeah, because of last year. So speaking of that, I want everybody who's watching right now to remember that we will be doing a live commentary on the commentary during the Super Bowl. Mute that TV and listen to us listening to them. Although it is Tony Romo, so it's going to be great. So we're probably just going to be like Tony Romo loving the entire time.
Yeah, I was gonna say people won't be annoyed with the announcers.
Yeah, so it kind of doesn't work in our favor this year. Last year with Chris
Last year
Collinsworth,
was
nobody wanted to
perfect.
listen to him, so that's why we had 300 viewers.
Yeah, it was great.
Because we are better than him, obviously. Because one thing I forgot to say is that we're not the best, but we are. Dang it!
What? There it is.
You had
All right.
such high hopes for
Man,
that.
now
Now the show can start.
All right. Welcome to the Bush League Sports Show. We are the best beat-rated sports show live on Facebook every Monday night and now on YouTube TV. We're not the experts, but we are the best. We're the Bexperts.
There it is.
That's Pepper. That's that guy. That's Produce. I'm Doctor. That's what he just called me, right? I think so.
I think he calls you Dr. Blake Graham.
I think we call you Dr. Stupid.
That too.
Oh, it's Dr. Idiot.
Doctor.
My
Idiot.
bad.
There it is. Yeah. That's my official title. Like when I hand out business cards,
You know,
Dr. Idiot. That'd be weird. But I should start doing that. So
Hey, if it gets business in.
I mean, they remember you.
true. So we are going to be broadcasting during the Super Bowl, and we are going to try to include a time the time clock on the screen, so you're able to sync us up with the game. Because who else would you be listening to? Tony Romo?
Are we gonna have like refs making timeouts and being like, the game clock is correct? Do you remember, what game was that where that was happening? It was just last week. I feel like there was like 2 minutes left in the game, and then the refs would like go on the intercom. The game clock is correct.
I think there was.
Thanks.
I think one of the coaches was getting upset at the game clock.
Yeah.
But that was really funny.
What an awkward use of your PA announcement.
Yeah.
The game clock is correct.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
So
sure.
we can keep playing.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just so mad that the Patriots are there.
I'm not.
Well,
mean-
you're also a Cardinals fan, so your opinion is lower.
Okay, well. When's the last time the Cowboys made it to the Super Bowl?
Hey, don't be making good points. That's not what we're doing.
That's not what this is about.
Sorry,
Come
guys.
on.
This is my fault.
Yeah,
I mean, we have Tiger Woods in the rundown, all right? Just
yeah,
take it down. a
can,
notch.
can you mute me again? Just
yeah. We got to send him off the screen again. He gets on screen. He thinks he has an attitude now.
Can you just widen the rundown a little bit more?
Just over his face. Just kidding. We love you.
Yeah, we love Stat Guy.
to turn my mic off.
There it is. Sweet.
My back. Okay, welcome back.
All right, so there was a super exciting event on yesterday, also known as the 2019 Pro Bowl.
I watched it only because it was on the TV at the restaurant we were at.
Yeah, that was essentially
job.
the only reason it was on, or
Yeah.
that I watched it because it was on. And
And-
what else is there?
And
Honestly,
they moved it away from Hawaii.
Yeah,
Why?
Dumb.
a lot of the players were complaining that it was too expensive to take their families to Hawaii,
Oh.
so now they're in Orlando where it was raining.
Yeah, it was pouring.
Yeah. So all 32 fans got to watch that game.
One for each player that didn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was like they should just call it the Mud Bowl. I mean, it wasn't muddy, but it was wet.
It was bad. There was one guy wearing a
Called the
hoodie.
Wet
Wow.
Bowl.
So don't call it the mud bowl because it's not muddy.
So call it the Mud Bowl, but it wasn't really muddy.
Just call it a bowl.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
Call it a cup of water.
Salad
So-
bowl? Salad bowl?
I'm
Salad bowl?
glad we brought you back.
So this is how seriously the players took it. There was a dude wearing a hoodie
What?
During the game? Or
Yes,
like on
dur-
the sidelines?
during the game. So he had a hoodie out of his pads.
Oh,
I should have got a picture.
That's
of
what
that,
we.
'cause
That's
that
what we do
was-
in practice.
You wear a hoodie
Mhm.
with your helmet
Mhm.
under your pads.
Yep.
That's dumb.
It's,
All right.
It's cold, and we want to be warm.
Well, it's Orlando,
Saquon
it's not
played
cold.
defensive end for a play.
Oh, did he
Saquon
really?
Barkley, yeah, he played defensive end.
That's how good the NFC was managed in this game, which is where I was about to go.
Yeah, and then the last play of the game, you saw that.
Nope, sure didn't.
You guys didn't see the last
I
play. of the
didn't
game?
watch
Gosh,
any plays of
I
that
just
game.
saw it on the internet. I didn't see it live either. But they did a, you know, I don't know what's the name for it when they
That's an empty
just
set.
keep lateraling.
Oh, hook and ladder. Oh, it was Jarvis Landry.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry was the one wearing a hoodie.
Oh,
See?
Look at that.
hold on.
Hold on, the screen on the TV sucks.
Just turn around.
Oh,
Wow, that's pretty bad.
It's kind of hard to see,
it's
huh?
probably a little bit chilly. Okay.
That is what you call bush league right there.
Hey, we know all about that. There you go. Look at that.
But why would you wear that in rain? That's just sounds.
Wouldn't it like hold the water?
Yeah,
in-
the more-
in
yeah.
in the
Let
hood.
me get this thick hoodie.
I don't get it.
So I'm watching the highlights right now, and this is pathetic.
Yeah,
It seemed like
the highlight video should be when it was done.
the whole line just kind of like half half played.
Well, they're not going to block because nobody wants to get hurt in this game, which I get.
I don't.
I get that you don't want to get injured. You don't want to blow. You don't want to blow your knee out, and you don't get to play next season and don't make money.
Yeah.
So that's why Stat Guy. They don't want to lose out on millions of dollars the next year.
But at the same time, there's absolutely no point in playing the game.
At all.
No. So there's
I mean, there is in MLB and what other? Does basketball have any implications?
yes.
I don't think it does.
I thought
Oh my
it
gosh,
did.
they're all jogging.
No, because they changed it so that it's not conferences anymore in NBA.
There's cash incentive.
Oh, the cash.
They win money.
Hmm.
So because what they do now is instead of having it split between the East and the West,
Yeah, they pick like captains,
they
don't they?
pick- yeah. So the highest vote from each conference is then the captains.
Yeah, which is cool, but at the same time, then it takes away from having any real implication to any team.
Yeah, not
This
not
is
for any
pathetic.
teams, but like I said, they now have the cash incentive, which makes them want to play a little bit. So it's going to be a high scoring event. NHL, I don't think has any implication, but they also change up the rules. It's 3-on-3, not a full 5-on-5.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Why?
so it's super high scoring.
Does that include the goalie?
I was about to say, does the goalie leave too?
No, so it's the
Four?
2 goalies, then 3-on-3. You don't really include the goalie when you count the players.
Oh.
Because like nobody says 6-on-6 in the normal. Nice. Good.
Ball hawk.
That was all heart. All heart. So there's been some ideas on how to improve the Pro Bowl.
What are they?
So like one of them is just do 7-on-7.
I might as well. I think that'd be more enjoyable to watch.
So somebody today was suggesting do 7-on-7, do flag football 7-on-7, and then have the linemen have like a strength and eating competition.
I don't even know if they show up.
I would. Larry Allen used to in the Pro Bowl. He used to throw up like huge numbers on like bench press because he was the strongest man in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want. I want to see some guys lifting some serious weight.
Yeah, that's fine.
That'd
I
be
mean-
cool.
This just in. Case has finally given us his projection for the Super Bowl.
42 to 28 Pats. Brady with 527 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. So we know none of that's going to happen. Because if there's one thing we know about Case's predictions is that they're always wrong.
Eating comp would be legit.
Yes. Like I want to see the guy who can eat the most and lift the most.
I think they do
Like-
it during the skills competition, right?
I don't know because like nobody really pushes that. Like that. I wish that was on Sunday. Like let me see the cool catches. Let me see quarterbacks trying to throw through holes in somewhere. Like they're on the run. Like let me see. Yeah. I want to see
Yeah.
Pat Mahomes do some trick shots.
When do they do that? I don't.
Exactly.
I don't
Nobody
even know.
knows. Nobody knows.
The only time I see it is on Instagram when I'm looking at videos.
Yeah.
They do it on Dude Perfect every week.
No,
Okay, but I want to see a real athlete do it.
Sometimes they
Yeah,
go
some
hang out with real athletes.
overweight
They do.
Aggies.
That's a good one. They should change the name to the Overweight Aggie washed up high school athlete show. I'm just kidding. I
Hey,
love you guys.
we-
I'm about to say, I like I like them.
Yeah, they do
Think they're awesome.
they do really cool stuff. They're super awesome guys.
Throw through holes.
Just throw the ball through the hole.
I just want to see some quarterbacks throwing balls through some holes. That's all I need.
That's all I need. What
That's footballing.
football?
Quarterbacking.
That's how you yeah,
Quarterback.
that's how you quarterbacking.
What about cornhole championship? Isn't that coming up too?
I think we're in season right now. Actually,
Oh,
Yeah,
we're in.
that's got to be soon because that was one of our. That was like in our first month of
Yeah.
doing shows.
That was definitely early on.
That was one of our highlights. Back to the Pro Bowl. So they want to.
Again?
Hopefully they're going to change it up because that game's an embarrassment.
It is.
Also talking about embarrassment.
We missed
So
it.
if you don't know, the coaches on either side, they pick a coaching staff that I don't know how they choose it, but the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff was chosen as the NFC coaches.
Wait, our entire.
Our entire staff. So it was
Oh my
Garrett.
gosh.
It was Kellen Moore. I believe John Kitna was there.
What about
I
the
was
guy
gonna
we
say,
just,
who was calling plays?
what about the guy we just
I
fired?
think it was Kellen Moore.
Calling plays?
Yeah.
What?
That's why it was so bad.
Crap.
The NFC looked awful.
Yeah, it was terrible.
The only touchdown was by Dak Prescott.
Well, maybe a little bias. Maybe he actually cared when Dak was out there.
Probably. I don't know, but it was an embarrassment.
Who got it for the AFC?
Chargers.
Oh gosh,
Was the Charger staff?
no wonder nobody
That's what
watched
it
the
says.
game.
Yeah.
Based on the internet search.
Oh well, if it's on the internet,
We don't even know who the head coach for the Chargers is.
I can see his face.
The last coach I remember was Norv Turner.
Yeah,
that's been a hot minute.
yeah, it's
And you
definitely
can't
not him.
forget that face.
Ugh.
Anthony Lynn.
There it is, Anthony Lynn.
That's not right.
No, that is correct.
Okay.
It's the first thing that pops up. It's got to be correct.
If
I
you put
read
it
it-
on Google, it
I
must be
read it
true.
on the internet. I thought when you were talking about embarrassing, you were going to say Jason Witten.
I was kind of hoping.
Well,
you were
that's
going
where we're going.
I mean-
So yeah, talking about an embarrassment. So we've got a great video of the great announcer Jason Witten going to pick up the trophy and completely breaking it.
there. Like, honestly, what did he expect was going to happen?
Okay, best part, produce. Right after it happens, I want you to pause because we got to watch 33's face.
Jamal Adams.
Jamal, yeah, thank
He
you.
gave me a concussion in high school.
Right
Cool. Yes, look at
And Mahomes there sitting there.
he
is
was
this
just so
joking?
shocked at what happened. I mean, I don't know if that says more about how little money they put into that trophy or how strong Jason Witten really is.
I mean, I feel like they set him up for failure because he's got no other way to pick that thing up with a mic in his
Yeah,
hand.
he's got one hand. You can't pick it up by the base with one hand unless you're gonna hug, like side hug it. If you're gonna church hug,
Yeah.
save room for Jesus.
Yeah.
and side hug it.
I don't know, dude. That heavy, that trophy is probably
for
pretty heavy.
Jesus.
You got to hold that thing close.
Yeah.
But bro, what do you expect was going to happen lifting it from that part of the trophy?
I mean,
that
Have a
is-
well-made trophy.
that's true.
Because you know that base is probably significantly heavier than
Right. But also,
that football.
why does the trophy need to be that big?
Play it again. See how
Because it's an
easily
important game.
See how
That's the MVP trophy.
see how easy he picks up the actual the broken piece of it.
Yeah.
It looked like really lightweight, right?
Like it looks like it's foil. Like, hey, we've got leftovers. Let's put that on there. Boom.
Yeah, and then there's the awkward. Oh,
And they're all trying to help
It's
put
just-
it back together.
It's on
How many
there.
football players does it take?
It's on there with 2 pegs. That's it.
maybe a little bit of glue.
But look, it takes 2 of them to hold up the entire trophy. So that base has got to be heavy.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes
That's
two.
facts.
I think
Facts.
it's a
Facts.
photo op.
Facts. Facts.
Okay.
I'm stat guy.
Stat guy has spoken. Okay.
True story.
The embarrassing part is that this wasn't his first slip up of the day.
Oh no.
The commentary in general was terrible.
Yeah, well, what are they going to comment on? And also, the first touchdown was Mahomes to Ebron.
Yeah.
And if you know this because you watch football, you know that Patrick Mahomes plays for the Kansas City Chiefs
Yeah, he does.
and Eric Ebron plays for the Indianapolis Colts. If you don't know this, that's 2 different teams. And Jason Witten commented on how Ebron was Mahomes' guy all season.
All season.
All season.
All season he was passing him the ball.
Even if you don't know, if you look right here, it shows what team they're playing for.
And they had different helmets.
different helmets.
This guy has a jet right
Hoodies.
there. Can't
They're
see
wearing
it.
their
Just
team
jet
hoodies.
Like, how do you mess up that bad? He played against the guys.
I think
You were just there last season, and you
It's in the
forgot what
script.
teams. It should be on paper.
It's in the script.
maybe they have a bad stat guy.
Guys, I got an
You know
idea.
Maybe that's what it is.
Stat guy needs to move on to the big networks.
Guys, it's been
And
fun.
Bring us with you.
It's been the toughest decision of my life. The quickest, but I'm out.
We have a question from David Hunt. Is Dak the starting QB for 16 games next year?
100%.
Kellen
Well,
Moore
David-
might come back in.
He's
Hey,
retiring from
hey,
coaching to play again.
Hey, coach, put me in. Oh, I am coach.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, barring injury or an abysmal season, which we're not going to have either one of those.
Yeah, I don't see.
Well, we're not going to have an abysmal season. We're going to be mediocre. So he'll keep his job.
I think,
Keep it consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, has there been any talk about who we're replacing for OC?
Kellen Moore.
Is that official?
It's semi-official that he's the top candidate.
That's embarrassed. That's hard to say. Kellen Moore is
I
our
couldn't.
top
I
candidate.
couldn't get that out.
The Pro Bowl went so well for him.
Yeah,
That should be.
yeah, 7 points. Well, against a terrible defense. What more do you
That
want?
didn't even play.
Yeah, they're not tackling.
Well,
You
to be
can't-
fair, the runners aren't really running either.
To be
They're doing a lot
fair.
of,
To be fair,
Nobody's blocking.
nobody's doing anything. They're just
Nobody's
kind of
hurt.
falling whenever they feel like falling.
They don't want to play their own positions. They want to play different positions.
Oh, yes.
that would also be really cool. Is like if you're an offensive player, you play defense.
Well, that's what happened.
I know, but like do
But-
that for the whole team.
Yeah.
That
Or-
would go
Or
poorly.
you just send 20 guys total,
Yeah.
and they have to play all the all the positions.
That's like private school football.
Exactly. 7-on-7.
There
7
it
on
is.
7.
David Hunt also wants to know if we have any thoughts on positioning ourselves to get Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, we have thoughts. Well, I'm sure they do. I don't have any.
I was waiting for your thoughts.
No thoughts for me.
Well,
The Cardinals aren't going to get him, that's for sure.
the Cardinals going to get anybody.
First draft pick, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, do you think they're going to go for Murray?
Based on a tweet from middle of the season, that's what
Maybe.
they said they're going to get. But
Hey,
I hope
Case,
not.
what's Maddie? She's a female who's watching our show.
What is Maddie?
What is Maddie?
Hi, Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
I'm glad you're here.
Hi, Maddie.
Do you guys have any real thoughts about
Who
Trevor Lawrence?
Who else do we have on the depth chart at QB?
Come
Come on, stat guy, give me that.
Who is our backup?
I thought it was always Kellen Moore for the longest time. I thought he was third string.
Official Dallas Cowboys site.
Maddie McGraw, where are you at?
Cooper
Case,
Rush. Mr. Rush.
Please tell me you're joking.
Nope, he's second string. And then Mike White.
Who?
I'm working on it.
Well, we had butt fumble. What was that last year?
Yeah, he's not here anymore.
No, because he then went
2
up
years,
to
6'3".
Washington.
From
From
out of
Central.
Michigan.
So Rush from Central Michigan.
Yeah, Cooper Rush.
He's done absolutely nothing in his career.
So sounds.
Oh,
about
no, he's
right.
done something. He's played in 2 games, 1 completion for 3 attempts, 2 yards.
Wow.
He hasn't thrown an interception yet, so 2 years, no interceptions. That's
Hey,
pretty good so far.
Perfect record.
QBR is struggling a little bit at 42.4, but hey, he's only thrown it 3 times. He's got a whopping. He might catch Brady. He's got 13 yards
Total.
total, 13 total yards, and 0 touchdowns. But he's also fumbled the ball 0 times.
Here's the thing. I guess we wouldn't really be happy because either
Sanchez for OC.
they would get this guy or they're gonna get some washed up old guy,
Yeah.
right? So who you gonna? I rather trust. I don't. I rather trust neither of them. I'm just kidding. I was gonna say I rather trust the experienced guy, but
Shout out to my dad for the brilliant idea of Sanchez for OC.
yeah,
Just butt fumble it all the time.
not a bad.
I
idea.
feel, we keep saying that. I kind of feel bad for the guy that's always gonna be remembered for.
Yeah, poor guy.
He was.
He also made a lot of money, so not too poor.
Yeah,
Nah, man, you gotta embrace the meme.
Embrace the meme.
that's what I always say.
Otherwise, you just live your life in sadness.
And y'all's number 3 quarterback is number 3 on the field and number 3 in our hearts, Mike White.
There he
He's
Where do you play
From
college? Hey, we got 11 guys.
Western Kentucky.
So at this point, looking at our QB depth chart, I feel like we need a quarterback who is somewhat relevant.
Well, that's just solidifying that Dak will be our quarterback.
He has to be because we have nobody else.
It's not going to be anybody else, that's for sure.
Who was our quarterback like 4 seasons ago when Romo went down? It was after Kitna was our backup.
Oh, I don't even remember.
It was who was that?
Was it not Kellen?
No,
Kellen was third string. He never made it above third string, huh?
he was when Tony went down again, but Kellen was already injured.
Yeah.
Kellen was gonna be the second string because
Oh.
it was gonna be Romo,
Orton.
Moore. Oh, Kyle Orton.
And
Oh
you
my
had Brandon
gosh.
Wheaton for a while.
There it is, Brandon Whedon.
And, yep, and Kellen
from
Moore
OK State, the giant ginger who was like 35 coming out of college.
coming out of college.
Right?
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
Yeah,
That's
that's
correct.
him.
We've had a great string of backup quarterbacks.
I tried to bury that.
Oh, yeah,
that
Matt Castle for a
time.
while.
Yep.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, that was solid.
Wow, what a season. 7 games for Matt Castle, 4 games for Romo, 3 games for Whedon, and 2 games for Moore.
I feel like we don't. We don't.
2015.
We're not going to draft a quarterback. I'd say
No,
100% we're not, and we're gonna
At least
just,
not in the first rounds.
we
Not in the
will
first
trade.
4 rounds.
We will trade for one this offseason.
Yeah, we always pick up somebody in the free agency. Gosh, it's so bad.
I mean,
So like, we got to pray really hard that Dak does not get injured.
Yep.
Hmm.
Do you guys want Bradford?
No,
how much is gonna cost?
10 million.
It's gonna be free for y'all because we're still paying him.
Yes,
All right.
I like free. I take it all back. Hey, if we can get Bradford for free, absolutely.
Whedon was a dual sport guy. You were correct, Case. He played baseball as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he was good at both.
He was not a bad baseball player.
Yeah.
I think he played in the minors for a while.
Hey, speaking of that, 30 for 30 this week on ESPN is about Deion Sanders and playing 2 sports.
I'm so excited.
I'm actually gonna be. Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Okay. I'm excited for it. You were convincing.
I saw
Tebow.
I saw the new detail. I didn't see it, but I saw that it came out. A new detail.
I do want to see that. Yeah, he
On Tom
breaks
Brady.
down Tom Brady's AFC Championship game.
I was
Hot
gonna
take.
watch it until it was $6, and I was like, "This is not worth it."
The rest of the season's worth it though.
Hot take. Case says, your boy Tim Tebow to the Cowboys. Dual sport athlete. Here we come, Tim Tebow.
Oh gosh.
Greatest player, dual sport player
Oh man.
ever.
Hey. Nah.
Can we get that crap sound bit?
Good enough.
We also have Danny White, question mark,
Like
from
to,
David Hunt.
to go get Danny White.
I have no idea.
Who is Danny White?
Question mark.
Former Cowboy from the '70s.
Okay.
We already got a
was
white.
he? Wait, was he? Are we saying he was a
Mike.
dual sport athlete?
David?
If you just throw names out there, I don't know what you're doing. So I need a little bit more,
You're gonna have to
little
ask
bit more
David.
detail.
My man David.
Wait, is that his
Hunt.
dad? The white that we already have? Is that what he's saying?
I don't
Didn't you
know.
say we had a white on down third string? What was his name?
Mike White.
Mike White and Danny
Yep,
White.
Mike White. Danny White.
The
Lots
white,
of white.
The white stripes.
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Our
Yep.
uniforms are white.
Sometimes.
So there is some there's some drama going on in Pittsburgh right now. So it looks like as of today, Antonio Brown will probably not be with the Steelers next season.
I don't understand this. I mean, I guess it's the end of a dynasty for Pittsburgh.
Because Bell's going to have to be gone. They can technically franchise tag him again, but it's going to be
Who's
at a
Danny
hefty price. I want to say it's like $24 million
Oh,
to franchise tag him
for the
again
for a year.
for a year.
That's a pretty penny
Yeah. So
for somebody who hasn't played football in a year and a half.
yeah, so I think if they were going to spite him, they would do it. But
That's a lot of money to
That's a
spice to make a point.
especially when you have a cap, like you can't just do that.
Not to mention they have a solid running back already,
Right.
who proved himself pretty well this
Right.
year.
So probably after the Super Bowl, he'll be cut, and so he'll be a free agent. And it looks like they're going to try to trade Antonio Brown. So now it looks like the big three in Pittsburgh is going to be Big Ben, Juju Smith, and Connor. So, which is not
It's not
The
a bad
worst.
team, but they just don't have
There's just
much of anything else.
I don't know, it seems like there's an attitude problem going on there. And apparently AB and Big Ben just aren't getting along anymore.
I feel like,
I don't think anyone's getting along with Big Ben.
yeah, I was gonna say that.
We'll say it again.
Open that.
Yes, I'd love to
we
open
don't need to
this.
say it again.
Can you go look at your dad's comment because it was kind of funny?
Which
It says draft predictions don't show the Cowboys or the boys picking a QB until round 7.
okay. That was funny.
I thought it was funny when I,
I
read
thought that
it.
was just a statement.
Well,
I don't know if you know what funny is, stat guy.
What if we
you
That's
stick, you
that's
stick
why
to
I do
stats, we'll
stats.
stick to funny.
what if we trade our first round draft pick to get AB?
I kind of like that.
oh good, another drama receiver on the Cowboys.
I mean,
Sweet. All right, I'll take a good receiver right now. If we had him and Amari Cooper on the
So
field,
you already have a good receiver.
let's have two.
yeah, that's
You.
true. Cooper's a down the field guy, and so is AB.
So how do you cover both? You don't.
Well, we don't have Beasley anymore, so there's nothing left, and we don't have Witten, so there's nothing
Yeah.
left in the middle of the field.
Oh, that's what happened this week too. Beasley trashed the front office.
Yeah, then he's like, "Well, it's not really what I, a lot of teams are like that. That's not really what I
no,
meant."
that's exactly what you meant, Beasley. You are booty hurt that Jerry Jones is not your friend anymore, and that's why you think you're not getting the ball. Has nothing to do with your lack of production.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're too busy making a rap album. So,
And doing a sports show.
but he's not on this sports show.
Nailed it.
Should that be our next campaign?
That's the last picture.
That was the last picture.
Up there, it
Guys,
was.
I'm gonna get these developed. I'm so excited. I gotta figure out how to open this thing. to
Dude,
get
it's
to
been
the-
too long.
No, you take it to them. They'll open it.
They'll open it for you.
Don't open it. You'll ruin all the photos.
Oh, okay. No opening. Just take it to him. Like, here you go.
David Hunt, what can we get for Rico Gathers? Probably a bag of deflated footballs,
Straight from.
which we could probably trade to Tom Brady.
For a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna come from Tom Brady. Shipped from New England.
What is
Ball hawk.
going on?
I'm just throwing some around.
Nope. Hey, Ellie's calling.
Yeah, FaceTime.
Hey,
Can we answer it?
is she gonna be on the show?
Get her on the show.
Just
Not
answer
a
it.
good
Just say hi.
idea.
Not a
Like,
good.
hello.
Not a good idea.
Well, she called. This is her fault.
All right. Do we have any other football talk?
No.
Hmm.
Steelers drama was last on the list.
All right. Well, I was just asking if you had any other pen. Jeez, stat guy. All right.
I gave you the stat.
Got an attitude today.
a little bit. Yeah. He moved his seat and he thinks he has an attitude.
Because the guy who normally sits there has a wicked attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, get him off the show.
Yeah, but he's got a sweet
Oh, it's an
beard.
emergency. Answer
so.
What about-
Answer it.
I'm not answering that phone call.
Gosh, it's a second call.
That's like the third.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you're in trouble. Yikes. Yeah, don't answer that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
call.
Yeah. Hey, so MLB, we've had a little bit of moves in free agency, nothing big, but Whitmore. Oh gosh, I can't say his name.
Jason
now.
Witten? What are you
Nope.
trying to talk about today?
Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield. Thank you.
Before we move on, do we want to talk about...
No.
Okay.
Yes, Maddie, we saw that. We shared it with each other.
Oh,
Sorry.
that was a little skeptical.
Huh?
We shared it with each other.
Okay.
Skeptical?
A little skeptical.
I don't think you know what that word means.
A little skeptical.
You mean sketchy?
No.
It means suspect.
Ah, that is what I mean.
I was like, I don't think it's skeptical.
Whoops.
Anyway, Whit Merrifield re-signed with the Royals for 4 years, $16.25 million. But he led the league in, I believe, RBIs and stolen bases last season. Or he led the American League.
Is this one of your clients?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't know him. I just know he's pretty good. He's one of those guys that flies under the radar, but does a really good job on a horrible team.
Never heard of him.
Yep. And Adam Ottavino,
Well-
he went to the Yankees. He's the guy who said he could strike out Babe Ruth.
Oh.
And the Yankees signed him for that for 3 years, $27 million. Hey, I guess if you dog on Babe Ruth, you can get a contract.
That's it.
Hey,
guys.
how do y'all feel about Babe Ruth being a portly man?
It's baseball. You can do that.
Yeah, you can. And what does that say about baseball?
That's a great
Can we
sport.
pause and... Can I ask what portly means?
Fat.
Oh, okay.
You have a laptop in front of you, and you could have Googled that easily.
That's only for stats.
And that's not a stat.
Is
And-
vocabulary considered a stat?
I
That's an English stat.
And I can't
It is.
spell. Can't spell at all.
Sound it out.
Sound it out. Portly.
Urban Dictionary. First thing that pops
to
up.
be
Oh
fair,
gosh.
To be fair,
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be honest, I didn't know what it meant either, but I wasn't gonna ask. TBH.
Can I tell you what Urban Dictionary says about this?
Is it clean?
Relatively.
Do we got a beeper? We got a beeper.
Bleep.
Huh? Are you gonna say it or not?
Well, you didn't say if I could or not.
Well,
Yet.
don't
Okay.
curse on the show.
Is it-
Don't say anything
Is it
nasty.
Clean.
It says a male ginger, usually under 18, who obsessively drinks milk and naps.
Like,
What?
so not Babe Ruth.
What?
Well,
That is not what portly means, okay?
That's literally what it says it means
Guys,
right here on Urban Dictionary.
the
And those
internet-
are facts.
the internet 1, Bush League 0.
gosh.
my gosh.
That
All right.
was hysterical. It goes
weird.
on, but I don't feel like reading the
Yeah,
rest.
don't read anymore. Don't read anymore after that.
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna say, what we stick to and what we're funny is memes. I mean, we do a pretty good meme
Oh,
job.
hi, George Hill.
yeah, we have been kind of killing it in the meme game.
Yeah.
Not our last meme, but the rest of them have been pretty good. And if you
At
guys,
BL Sports Show.
there we go. I'll say if you don't already follow us on Instagram, BL Sports Show, 2 S's.
It's BL Sports Show on everything, right? We've got that. We
On
we
the Twitter.
Yeah.
exclusified that.
Chair.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not copyrighted, but it should be.
and we're verified. Just say yes for the
What?
show.
What does that
Yes.
mean?
Can we get our own little blue check mark?
We have
over there,
verified that. We have verified ourselves.
I just
That's
verified.
how secure we are.
I just verified that we have BL Sports Show across all social medias.
Yes.
That's it.
Guys, I just verified that we have Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah, so that we're verified.
We're verified.
Yeah,
better than the blue check.
that's right. Yeah. Yep. So there is the idea, like they have in the minor leagues right now, that Major League Baseball may be rolling out a pitch clock.
Yeah, explain to them for the people that
The
don't
bushies?
So
know what that means.
basically, when the catcher gets the ball and throws it back to the pitcher, then there is a 20-second clock until you start your next pitch.
Do you think that will increase injuries?
I think it's going to increase hits. That because the pitchers aren't going to have control of the game, they've got to just quickly move on and get their next call and get that pitch off. So it's all in the name of speeding up the game and getting more hits.
It's terribly long already. Obviously, I think that's the biggest complaint of any person who watches baseball.
Yeah, I guess as primarily a purist of baseball, I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either.
I like the slow pace of the game. I like that it's a middle game. That's really what it is. It's not about physicality.
I.e. portly Babe Ruth.
Yeah, you can be kind of chubby and play baseball.
I mean, Prince
Like milk.
Fielder was a classic example back, not when he was a Ranger, because he cut like 60 pounds when he became a Ranger.
and he was still big.
You can have a beer's belly.
Look at Big Papi.
I like it when you call me.
But even I feel like even he couldn't run worth a crap.
No,
But
but he could hit.
he could hit. He could kind of field. He fielded a little bit, didn't he?
He fielded the ball once or twice.
Once or twice. Back in the day when he was a twin.
Yeah. Yeah, that Case brings up a good point. It's gonna decrease the time to do a beer run. Like sometimes you could go get a beer in between pitches, and now you got to run.
Yeah.
They need more concession stands. Those lines get
Exactly.
long.
Yeah, you're gonna need to put like a concession stand at every seat.
I mean, the guy walks around though with beer.
Yeah, but that's gonna be like the gross beer. I mean, I am the craft beer doc, so I know a little bit about this. If you want your Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Light, then you can get that from the beer guy. But
Michelob?
they do probably that too. Yeah, if you
about
want to stay
Corona?
trim, it's not a
I'm
bad
trying
one.
to stick on that 100 calorie a day.
That's it. That's all you. That's all you
100
eat.
calories.
Man, hey,
So the Michelob takes 80, and then I think I get a pretzel.
Not even a pretzel, dude.
No, just one little pretzel stick.
You
actually-
get like one chip.
No,
like
he-
from the nacho bar.
he gets one.
Does he?
Yeah, these are super low cal.
So maybe
21. You get-
21.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm over my limit. I can't have it.
Yeah, that's
Can't have it.
101.
That's it. I'm out. I draw the line.
You had a Michelob in one of those. You're out.
Now you're gonna be portly. All right,
No, I don't think. I think he'll be the opposite of portly.
guys, that was funny. See, I was bringing back something from earlier. That's how.
Case
you,
is also concerned about the lemon ice thing.
what are those called?
Chills.
Lemon chill.
Lemon
Yes,
chills.
lemon chills.
I feel like that's the only reason. It's like the only reason people used to go to the Six Flags for the pink thing.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pink thing right at the door entryway.
So the only thing they come
And then
for-
they raised the prices of those.
oh, it's like
They're not $1 anymore?
No,
Punks.
that's the last time I've been to Six Flags was when they raised it to $2. True.
This is an outrage.
This is a true story. I got mad at the person at the concession stand because it was $2. I feel really bad that I yelled at her because it wasn't her fault.
Miss Pink Thing, if you're watching this show.
We're sorry.
This was like
No, not we.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't bring
for
us
him.
into it.
this was like 10 years ago, and I mean, it had been $1 all of my life, and I got there with my dollar out, and she said it was $2, and I got mad, and I left, and I have not been back to Six Flags.
Did you not have another $1 on you?
No, I did. It was a principle.
It was just
It went up
I think-
100%.
I think you blew that out of proportion a little
more
bit.
about making
Yes. But I want the world to know that I stand by my principles.
At the
All
time,
8
it made
people
sense.
don't.
Yeah.
At the time, it made sense.
It was
Now-
already a bad day.
'Cause you had a bad
Because they
day.
also Six Flags stopped letting people bring their drinks in line. So like I had a souvenir cup that I filled with water because it's July. It's 100,000 degrees outside.
Nice.
Yeah.
a little toasty.
100,000 degrees outside.
Yeah.
A little
So
toasty.
we get in line for the Batman ride.
Mhm.
And the ride has to stop 3 times because people were vomiting because they're dehydrated. And so finally I got out of line. They also, because you couldn't even take it in line, used to, you would like just go set it down the other side.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't let you do that. So you had to rent a locker outside of the ride to put your stuff in. So that's another $1 right there. So every ride you went on, you had to rent a locker. And so it was just a hot, awful day. And I wanted a Pink Thing to end my day. And I had my $1, and she said it was $2, and I lost it. So I'm sorry, Miss Pink Thing. Not your fault.
It was Six Flags' fault.
Miss Pink Thing.
Yeah. I don't know how we got back on that.
I don't. Somehow you correlated lemon chill
Concessions.
to
Yeah.
Pink Thing.
I think I brought up the Pink Thing, and I apologize for that.
No, it was a good story. I really liked my story.
You're still mad about it.
I
That's
am,
all it is.
I am still mad
You're
about
just-
it.
You
It's
just
a
want
little
to
salty.
fume it.
Yeah. A little PO'd.
Lastberg thinks we should get a Bush League theme park show.
Done.
That's
Here
it.
it is. Nope, and there it was. Now, one thing I am excited for with the new stadium in Arlington for the Texas Rangers is hopefully there's gonna be some better concession stands there. It's a little bit smaller,
It'll be
so you won't
pricey.
have to walk around as much to get things. But with it being in a dome, air conditioned, it's gonna be much more enjoyable. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to 2020. I can't wait to go to a baseball game.
People
there.
are actually going to want to go to Sunday games.
Oh yeah. Oh, the
Day
1
games.
o'clock games were miserable.
Why do they do those? I mean, I guess they have
Baseball.
Everybody plays at that time, but why?
Baseball. It's
Teams aren't going to hate coming to Dallas anymore because they all hate coming here in the summer.
Could
They
be
hate-
worse. Could be Houston.
Now, Houston's great.
Muggy.
Have you been to Minute Maid Park?
I was going to
Oh,
say
it's also indoor, isn't it?
Minute Maid Park's great.
Never mind.
It still looks brand new.
because whoever
Could go
built
to Arizona.
that was like, oh, it's hot as heck in the middle of July. Maybe we should build an indoor stadium.
They had one previous to that with the Astrodome. They've always been indoors.
I don't know.
That was a horrible stadium.
Yeah.
Your dad brings up a good point.
Average game last year was 3 hours and 5 minutes. That's not that bad.
That's not too bad.
What's the average NFL game? Probably around there. I think it's like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But-
each quarter seems to be an hour
Somebody told me
No,
a
that's
stat.
college football. College football takes 10 hours.
because the clock sucks so much. Stops.
And there's so many commercials. And halftime is 3 hours. Each band gets 1 hour.
You got to rest.
Sorry, Pepper.
Somebody told me that like a baseball game actually only has about 15 to 20 minutes worth of actual playing.
That is true. And the NFL is only 11 minutes of actual playing.
Really?
Oh, fun fact. NFL games are average of 3 hours and 8 minutes, and FBS games are only 16 minutes longer.
It feels way longer.
It does.
But that's interesting. People talk about baseball being slow, and it's actually the average game is shorter than the NFL game. You learned it here first, folks.
Wow.
On the Bush League Sports Show.
Bush
We're
League
bringing you
Sports Show.
hot stats.
From
Flaming
Stat
hot
Guy.
stats.
Because we're the experts,
That's right.
and that's a fact.
So if you think baseball is slow, then don't watch football.
That's interesting.
NBA games are 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, but that's all the fourth quarter.
No, it's just the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, the rest of the game is actually just 3 minutes, and then it's the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter takes 2 hours.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a Freakonomics podcast this week, and because they're doing a whole series on sports and economics of sports, all this stuff, and they were
Sounds
interviewing.
boring.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I actually was about to send it to you guys from last week because it talks about the money behind sports. It's pretty cool, and actually it supports esports because they're making so much money.
Oh yeah, okay,
'Cause
I'll watch it.
They've gone up to they're making $1 billion a year in esports.
Yeah.
So it's the fastest growing sports industry. So it's pretty cool. But they were interviewing the general manager of the Houston Rockets, and he talked about how much he hates the last 2 minutes of basketball games.
It's terrible.
Yeah, he's like, the strategies are so stupid. Like, you're gonna use a foul here.
It's not. That's not a game. That's not basketball.
No,
I mean, it is basketball because
oh,
of
it's basketball.
what it's become as of now. But it's the fact that you can call a timeout when you inbound at your baseline, you call a timeout, and now you've got it on the other side of the court.
I don't get it.
What the is that? What the is that?
I know.
Yes.
I never understand where the ball's gonna be.
Japanese caramel.
I just don't get that.
Yeah, basketball's weird. So speaking of that,
Which is why we hardly ever talk about it on
Yeah.
the show.
this morning, Anthony Davis's agent announced that he would not be re-signing with the New Orleans Pelicans, and that he is demanding a trade right now.
Yeah.
And then the Pelicans came out later today and said that should be an internal discussion. We don't appreciate that being public. So,
But honestly, they changed their name to the Pelicans. I would have wanted it out too.
Yeah, you got to go.
Like the second they was like, "Oh, we're gonna be the Pelicans now instead of the Hornets," I'd have been like,
yeah. Well, he's been there for 6 years, and right now he's one of the best NBA players in the league.
He's fantastic. He's always been
nice-
great.
nice unibrow going.
He's always been good, but he has a terrible team around him.
And that's probably why he doesn't want to stay there.
Yeah, I mean he's
But-
been there 6 years. Although he does, if he re-signs, he can then get a contract that's worth like $240 million. But
I feel like he could probably get that.
but he wants to win. Yeah, his free agent value right now is super high.
Winning's nice.
So I've heard. I don't know. I'm a Cowboys fan.
Hey.
Hey-o.
So I look up Anthony Davis, and one of the first things that pops up is Lonzo Ball would prefer to be traded where he can start right away. I don't know how's that. I don't know how that has anything to do with Anthony Davis, but
Well,
fun
because
fact.
They're talking
gonna
about
try
trading
yeah.
to the Lakers.
Yeah.
I think LeBron's going to make a push. Also, of course, we're going to
A
talk
Bush
about
push?
we're going to talk about LeBron.
Who?
Apparently, LeBron's camp. Which I don't know what they say by camp.
That just
His whole camp.
That pisses me off every time I hear that.
Yeah, LeBron's camp.
I'm in LeBron's camp.
Who?
Me.
What? Is it his agent? Like, just say who it is. Basically, they are trying to get the Lakers to fire their coach,
Yeah, Luke Payton or Luke Walton.
Luke Walton.
Yeah. That was an interesting hire.
Well, so him and LeBron were drafted in the same draft class.
Yeah, it's like they went with the Sean McVay technique, and it really hasn't worked out.
Yeah, but they also didn't have. There's not much there besides LeBron. They have Rondo.
Lonzo.
No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about good things.
Rondo and Lonzo.
Yeah.
Rondo, Lonzo. They have Kuzma. He did good last year. I don't know.
They
anything
got
about this
somebody.
year.
They picked up somebody else this year too, didn't they? Who they all? They picked somebody else.
I don't know.
I don't
Is
know.
George still watching? He's a Lakers fan.
Oh, poor guy.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
He's also a Raiders fan, so I mean, it's just been a
Poor guy.
rough year for him.
No,
Man, does he just like terrible teams?
They were good at one point.
he's in it for the Gruden nudies.
Who isn't? Hey, the Golden State Warriors, they won 10 games in a row. They're back to dominating.
I think it's gonna become like the Patriots again. Right?
There's a
It's-
chance after this season, though, both Durant and Klay Thompson may not be in Golden State anymore.
I just don't.
So-
I just don't see it.
Where they're gonna go?
Other teams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lakers got Ingram. They got
I
Tyson
lied.
Chandler,
They don't really.
Michael Beasley. I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah, they don't. I thought they.
Yeah,
had other
because I
people.
don't watch basketball. I know like 5 players. LeBron James
Lonzo Ball.
and a couple other guys.
And the 4 other people.
Yeah. Just kidding. Steph Curry. I'm wearing a shirt right now.
Yeah, Maddie asked what your shirt says earlier.
Oh, I missed that.
It says I can do all things. Yeah, this is Steph's line of shirts with Under Armour.
Oh,
I like Under Armour.
Not a sponsor.
interesting.
Not yet.
That'd be dope.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. Hey, so some golf.
Golf.
Tell us what's going on in the golf world.
Well, Tiger made his return, so that was
Hey-o.
pretty cool. Didn't really do much of anything. Played every round under par, so I'll take that. Finished tied 20th. You know, first term of the season.
The Farmers Insurance Open.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the real deal.
That's a very exciting. That sounds like a bowl name.
A what?
A college bowl.
Oh, I thought you said a bull. I was like, like running into the bulls?
Nope.
Like the rodeo.
Nope. Not that either.
Here's Jack Smith on the Farmers Insurance.
Let's hope.
I mean, they usually that's like the horses' names from the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And in first place is Farmers Insurance Open.
Like needles.
and,
Produce.
and produce passed out.
Took a quick nap.
Uh,
What'd you hit?
yeah. My phone hit the mic stand, and I don't have a shock mount.
Well, that's really...
So
Super annoying. But it sounds kind of cool.
Screen's black. Okay.
You should talk to the produce about fixing that.
I should.
Yeah,
I'll give them a call right now.
that sounds like an issue. What else happened this week in the wide world of sports? I'm sorry I said that.
X Games.
Please not.
Oh
We
yeah,
talked about it. The X Games happen.
yeah. That
Or are happening.
that was the thing that happened. If anybody who's watching knows anything what happened in the X Games, that'd be great.
It's the Winter X Games, so nobody cares.
Well, Chloe Kim,
Yeah.
she was an Olympic gold medalist. She
Did something.
did something. She's like has the most medals for a teenager, or like tied.
Yeah, well, she was like 16 when she went in to the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago. Is that right?
And she was just so chill about it too.
Yeah. No big deal.
Get it? Because it's the Winter Olympics. Chill.
Hey, double joke.
Hey-o, but
I love
Uh,
puns.
I thought it was funny.
I saw something today that somebody attempted these new snow bikes.
Guys,
yeah,
they
that's
have
pretty cool.
bikes on the snow now.
And
Yeah.
he tried to do a front flip and almost got it, but not quite. Didn't get the full rotation.
There was-
This is
I
not
s-
a sport I would want to be almost getting something.
Yeah. The only time you should really care is when you actually do get it.
I did see one trick on Top 10 this morning on one of those. I don't remember. He like went off to the side and did something kind of cool.
It was kind of cool.
This is called knowledge.
I mean, the snowmobiles, those guys flipping those things, that's pretty cool because those
Things are heavy.
That's yeah.
That's to me that's way cooler than like the motocross
Oh,
because I mean, those things are just massive. Like that will kill you
yeah.
if it lands on you. You dead.
The motocross bikes are heavy too.
They are. I'm not disqualifying that, but snowmobiles are really really
Can
heavy.
we get a stat on the snowmobile versus motorcycle weight?
We can.
Yeah, curb weight. They've
Yeah.
got to wear like tons of protection, right? I mean, obviously motorbike
don't
guys
think-
do.
I mean, if you go down, you're going down.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how many pads you have on.
Like it's super easy to lose teeth. Like,
But that thing's
bust
gonna
your jaw.
crush. That thing's gonna crush your body.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you've got to be wearing something, right?
I got it.
Here we go, stat.
Okay, so we're looking at
That was a quick stat. This is a quick stat.
536 pounds
For which one?
for the snowmobile.
Okay.
And it has 9.5 gallons of fuel in it. And 226 pounds for the bike with no fuel in it.
That's
So twice.
almost double. Is that?
That's double,
That's double.
if not a
Dang,
little bit
dude.
more.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not to mention snow.
Some of them can weigh up to 850 pounds.
I'd say I thought they were more on that 800 range.
Because they've got
I'll do
huge
more
engines.
research.
Yeah.
They have to have a lot of power to go up those ramps.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I wish I would have known that it was on. That would have been fun to watch because I like snowboarding. That's always one of the best things to watch at the Winter Olympics.
It gets a little repetitive, I think.
Yeah, it's only fun to watch like the really good people.
Yeah.
Oh,
When it's the
okay.
final run.
So the 850 is the name of the bike. Or of the snowmobile, the Summit X 850, and it weighs closer to the 500 and it goes 441 to 553,
That stat
depending
came
on-
in way too fast to be accurate.
depending on if it has fuel in it or not.
So it's still like
Can-
500.
Can we figure out what that beep is?
That's probably
That's probably a produce thing.
It's
But
probably
Julia
case.
Moffat is a big fan of the Winter X Games.
She said they are so cool.
Get it? Because it's winter. Cool.
Yeah, it's like a blizzard up there where she's living.
Julia,
What-
what's the weather up there today?
Hey, Produce, do you know what all games they have at the Winter X Games?
Snowboarding. I know that they have snowboarding. They have the half pipe, and then they have, I think they call it like slope style or something.
Yeah,
Where
the
they're-
freestyle.
They're doing, yeah, they got like rails and stuff. And then same thing, but with skiing.
Okay, there is skiing in the X Games.
Yeah.
Okay.
The snowmobile stuff. And they do like freestyle snowmobile, and
Yes,
they
they
do
do.
like racing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The racing's really. I've watched the racing. That's
as,
cool.
As well as like the snow cross. I think they call it snow cross.
They
It's
do
like
call
the,
it snow
the
cross
bikes one.
with no W.
cross.
There you go.
No
I haven't
W,
watched Winter
SNO.
Olympic X Games in a long time.
They've got to do the racing on the snowboards too, right? Do they do those in the
I don't think
Olympics?
They
Maybe in the
do-
Olympics,
Maybe the Olympics.
not in X Games.
Not at X Games.
No,
I feel like that's more X Games-ish than Olympics.
races are kind of lame, dude.
They
It's
have
all
a-
about the tricks.
Yeah,
They have a men's snowboard X and women's snowboard X. I don't know what a snowboard X is.
I bet you could Google it.
About to.
that's probably snowboard cross. Maybe they do have races.
Yeah. I know, well, they've got
Oh,
the
yeah.
big trick.
Looks like they got.
No, that's not
No,
racing.
that's just one guy. The other guy's a cameraman.
yeah, they've got
Actually, I feel like I remember seeing some like racing, and they're like going over jumps and stuff.
Well, the X Games current winter sports is
Kevin
ski big.
Lassberg coming in with a full event list.
Oh gosh, I already have it right here.
All right.
Ski big air, men's ski slope style, women's ski slope style, ski super pipe for men's and women's, snowboarding big air, snowboarding slope style, super pipe snowboard, snowboard X, snowmobile freestyle, snowmobile speed and style, snow cross, and snow cross adaptive.
I don't know what half those things are.
Yeah, they do the speed and style thing where you've got to do the course, but you have to do it in time. But then you also have to like look good doing it.
You want to know what they should
Oh,
have?
so I'd win that then. You just gotta look good doing it. Done.
You want to know what they should have? Have y'all seen that Red Bull like I can't remember what it's called, but they're on ice skates and they're going on a track and they're doing jumps and stuff.
Yeah, and
They should do that
racing
in the
other
X
people.
Games. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be awesome.
Yeah,
Red Bull is taking sports to an even another level,
Dude, Red Bull is insane.
versus the X Games. The X Games used to be like the extreme stuff.
yeah.
They're too hopped up on their own product is what it is.
That's exactly it. I mean, they dropped a man from space.
Or they just have too much money to know what to do with.
I mean, does it get more extreme than that?
I mean, they're
Just
racing
dropping a dude
airplanes.
from space.
He got in a balloon and fell.
And yet everybody watched it. And
Oh,
everybody
absolutely.
loved it.
It was
And
crazy.
everybody bought a 4-pack of Red Bull right then and there.
Cranberry.
That's product placement right there.
Did you see him? He popped the lid before he jumped too. He was like,
And he said, Red Bull gives you wings. Then he fell to his death.
No, he survived.
Except he didn't die.
He apparently did black out though.
Dude, I
Yeah,
bet.
the G-force just knocked him
Like
out because he hit terminal
nonstop.
velocity really quickly
"What's that
and
guy
for a
up to
long
now?"
way.
For a long time.
What is, after you do something like that, what do you do? Like, you just go back to your job at Chase Bank? Like,
He's a teller.
yeah.
You want cash or deposit?
Holder, have you seen The Incredibles?
Yeah,
It's probably a lot like that.
probably.
Never seen it.
Oh, well. You're missing out.
All right.
It's called Crashed Ice. By the way, the Red Bull event.
Well,
Crashed
that's what I
ice.
came in.
so next time the X Games is around, we'll make sure we actually pay attention to its existence.
Well, it's still going, so there's still
Oh.
time.
Never mind, guys. Hey, we can go watch it.
I think.
Well, it's been fun. Hey, everybody, make sure you tune in Sunday night during the Super Bowl to listen to us, listen to the commentary, and
Post game
Give-
show as well on Monday night.
yeah, we're still on next Monday. And so we'll talk all things Super Bowl, but we're going to be on live during the Super Bowl, so you can comment in with us. So you can say things about the Super Bowl going on during the Super Bowl, and somebody's going to pay attention.
We will pay attention.
Absolutely. We'll be on iTunes later tonight. If you liked our show, give us the old bush push. And just remember, we are live every week, Monday night at 8:45 on Facebook and now on YouTube TV. Catch us on YouTube. Push the bush, and we'll see you next week.